A belief is just a thought you keep thinking. It's just a practiced thought. Sometimes Esther would say to us, well, Abraham, I know you don't think I should be thinking about this because it doesn't feel good when I think about it. But it is true. It's true. And therefore, because it is true, I think that it deserves my attention. And we say, anything you give your attention to becomes true. And the more attention you give it, the realer it becomes, the closer it comes to you. So if we were standing in your physical shoes, the criteria that we would use for things that we would give our attention to are not the truth of them, not the evidence of them, not even if a lot of others or even most others are looking at them in that way. We would ask ourselves, in every subject that we might be giving our attention to, how does this attention to this subject promote more of what I want? In other words, it's true. Do I want it to be true? It's true. Do I want more of it? It's true. And do I want the more of it to come closer to me? And if the answer to that is yes, then give it all the attention you have time to give it. Talk about it, write about it, blog about it. Blog about it. But if it is not something that feels good when you give your attention to it, do your best to distract yourself from it. And sometimes you say, but it is so true and so vivid and so up close to me, I cannot seem to turn my attention from it. And we say, yes, you can. You just have to try a little harder. And often you say, but Abraham, it is so vivid and so real. And we say, why is it real? You've been giving your attention to it. Want to make it less real for you? Turn your attention from it. And you say, but it's so close and it is so big and it is so loud. And now there are other people around me pointing right at it and asking me, do you see that? Do you see that? Do you see that? Do you see that? So the art of allowing is figuring out which things deserve your undivided attention and which things don't. And your emotions are your very valuable key to that. And then once you have decided what you actually want to give your attention to, that you want to focus upon until it becomes an active belief within you. You see, when you give your attention to something, it's vibrating. And when you give your attention to it for a little while, it vibrates with more stability within you. And when something vibrates with stability within you, now it has attraction power and it will show itself to you in more and more vivid, real ways. So once you have decided, well, this is something that I want to come to me in more vivid ways, then give it your attention. But if it is not something you want to come to you in more vivid ways, you must distract yourself from it. So some say, okay, I'm not going to think about that thing anymore. We say, what thing? That thing you're thinking about? Yeah, that thing over there that I'm thinking about, I'm not going to think about that thing anymore because I don't want that thing that I don't want to come into my experience anymore. I don't want to think about that thing that I'm thinking about. And we say, well, how are you going to deactivate it? How do you deactivate a vibration within you? You don't do it by looking at it and saying, I'm deactivating you. Because what you look at is more fully, more further activated. So how would you deactivate yourself from that thought? Think another one. Look someplace else. But then you say, it's really hard to turn my attention very far away from that. And we say, we know it is because it's active and the things that are around you are a lot about that. Might be different faces, might be different places, but they are behaving pretty much the same way because it's active within you. So how are you going to deactivate a vibration within you? Well, it's simple. Simpler than you know. If you meditate, you stop thought. That's a good plan. When you sleep, you deactivate it for a while. But when you wake up, you pick it right up where you last left it. You could deliberately try to change your thought about it, but that's a little bit harder because you really only have access to thoughts that are somewhere in the vicinity. But you could gradually move to a better feeling place, gradually. Or you could take the subject that is causing you the negative emotion, because that's how you know it's one you want to let go of, yes? You could take the subject that you are feeling negative emotion about, and you could become vague about it. General about it. You know how your kids do when they don't want you to know what's up? Aren't you just amazed at how vague they can be? I don't really know. I haven't actually thought about that. I don't remember. Yes, you do. I know you remember. I know you remember, you say to them, because you've been extracting specifics from them for a while. But we're wanting you to let them off the hook. We're wanting you to let yourself off the hook. We're wanting you, if you're feeling negative emotion, to teach yourself the art of vagueness. I don't really know. I haven't really thought about that. I don't really have time to think about that right now. I don't need to think about this right now. It'll be all right. Don't worry about it, Mom. Don't worry about it. It'll be all right. If you can practice the art of vagueness on subjects that make you feel negative emotion, and the art of specifics on subjects that do make you feel good, you will have figured deliberate creation out precisely, because that really is all there is to it. The more you talk about unwanted things, the more specific they become within you. The more specific the vibration of them is. And the more specifically law of attraction will deliver the details of these unwanted things to you. Now we know that as humans, you have wanted God, and more recently, law of attraction, to be more discerning and to not give you what you're offering a vibration about, but to give you instead what you want. But it doesn't work that way. Law of attraction is not giving you what you want. Law of attraction is giving you what's active in your vibration. So that really begs the question, doesn't it? Is what's active in my vibration really what I want? Is it? Am I offering a steady, active vibration about my true desires? Or am I offering a steady vibration about what is? Well, if what is your true desire, then that's really a good plan. But if you're reaching for something different or something more, and you always are reaching for more, then you're wanting to use a different criteria for that which you give your attention to. We have enjoyed this interaction immensely, and we mean it. In other words, we were interacting. As we've been visiting, your vibration has come right up to speed. As we've been rambling here about these things that for the most part you already know, holding you in a steady conversation about them, you have come into vibrational alignment with your true knowledge about how deliberate creation works. You are powerful creators. As Esther was standing at the podium, bringing herself into soft vibration, distracting herself from that which is around her with the singular purpose of allowing her vibration to raise into the vibrational frequency of that which is us. The first thing we said to her is, this is going to be your favorite day ever.